long time, huh? It's been a while. A lot of things been going on. I'll be having to put lotion on in the car because I get ashy. My little phalanges get to tripping and shit like that. A lot of life has been happening, and I've been missing being able to do this. So this called Conversations Part 3. What are we gonna talk about today? Who the fuck knows? Who knows what goes on today? As you know, we gonna talk about some real shit, some funny shit. I got some shit to tell y'all. If you haven't been keeping up, you haven't been abreast with your boy. So I was writing some stuff down that was coming to me this morning, and I was like, okay, let's do this. We're gonna start this way. Life is waiting on you to be consistent in everything to allow you to access your next phase. See, all these realities exist at once. They're just waiting on you to advance yourself to them. They're going to exist, right? Anything that you do, life is waiting on you to show consistency through everything. We're not waiting on you to be selectively consistent and keep the things that you want to keep, even though they're guilty pleasures, they're this, they're that. Life is waiting on you to say, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice even the things I like that don't even do me no harm. Sometimes the things that you must sacrifice in life don't necessarily mean that they're doing you harm.
Let's really sit there real quick. This is what I said. Sometimes the things you must give up in life don't necessarily mean that they're bad for you. Life is waiting you to sacrifice some of the things you love. The best things that you enjoy right now might not be the thing that you can take with you to your next phase.
That might just be it. We get confused thinking everything we must give up and sacrifice is bad. It's not for you. It's not this. It's not that. No. Sometimes the things you must sacrifice are the things you enjoy the most. Talking to that person, going out to the club, doing all these things that don't push you forward, but they don't necessarily take you back. So you're not bothered by them. They get you in a space where they don't hurt you, but they don't help you. So they kind of keep you where you are. And I don't want you to be a creature of habits that don't push you forward. My elevation only started to happen when I sacrificed things that were not for me. Good, bad, or indifferent. I couldn't sit there and make the judgment and split hairs and say, what is this, what is that? If life is telling me, hey, this plane is for the board, you get 2 bags. You can only fill these 2 bags up to go to your next season. Whatever fits can go. Whatever cannot fit has to stay here. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay back with the things you enjoy to remain in your current season? Or are you going to let some things go that must leave and elevate somewhere different? That's my question for you. All these girls excited. You know they like it. I'm so icy. Yeah. So icy. A lot of life has been going on. A lot of emotional life. And this is not that. This is just a very neutral accountability of what's been going on and saying, okay, giving things their correct amount of attention. Giving things you go through the correct amount of attention, because once you start to ignore things and dilute things that you go through, you start to disrespect them. Nothing in your life likes to be disrespected, even your problems. Your problems don't like that. They don't like to be neglected. They don't like to feel like you don't care about them, because guess what? They're going to transform into some more shit. They're going to amplify. They're going, oh, you don't hear me? I'm going to get louder. You don't hear me knocking? Okay, I'm going to get louder. You know what I'm saying? The ability to notice what you go through and to actually give it the full focus of saying, this is troubling me right now, but I'm going to deal with it. I'm not going to ignore it, because the more you ignore it, the more amplified it'll be. And let me give you another secret. Your power lies within your awareness. If I know what I'm going through and I'm paying attention to it, it can't change without me knowing. If I'm going through something and I'm paying attention to the problem, it cannot change without me knowing. Sometimes just simply knowing is your superpower. I know what I'm going through. That's way better than somebody saying, I don't know what's going on. My life is in shambles. You just screaming and shit. Having the maturity and the courage to say, I'm going through something and this is what it is actually your first step to conquering whatever it is. I don't want you to be so afraid of what you go through that you don't want to admit it. You don't want to look at it. You don't want to accept it because you think it makes you less. No, going through things make you human. If you're in a situation where you can't admit what you're going through, through the pressures of societal and social circles, I want you to change your surroundings. If you cannot say, hey, this is whooping my ass right now. And I'm not just talking about bad things. We must make sure we have circles and communities around us where we can talk about the good and the bad. Or it does not just have to be a celebration, or it don't just have to be a pity party. I want us to have a multifaceted community around us where you can talk about your good things, you can talk about the bad things, and it gets the same type of love and empathy and actually attention that it deserves from everybody there.
When I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
For those of you who don't know, I'm very blessed to have great grandparents living. It's a beautiful ending to a movie that I know is running out of scenes. I've had the luxury of enjoying them my whole life, and I'm starting to have to deal with the direct morality that I've already prepared myself in the fact of knowing that they done lived all they can live. They done seen so much transformation in life. I give so much respect to the women and the men that poured into me, that to still have greats alive is very different. The puzzle about it is this. When your grandparents pass when you're young, you don't understand. You're not old enough to comprehend what's going on. You're not old enough for that yet. But as you get older and you go into your manhood and your womanhood, and you can actually see the life starting to go down, you can see the age on their face, you can see the life start to ooze through them, you can start seeing life starting to win as their energy starts to drain a little bit. It's a little more disheartening because you comprehend, you know what's going on, you can see the full transformation. Who texted me this much? Okay, now, oh, that's Shorty. That's little Shorty right there. But the whole circle of life needs to be appreciated. I'm just not here for the good parts. Everything has a reason. Everything has its place. And my great grandmother, she's in a position where she's starting to lose her memory, starting to do the things that you do when you're 90 something. You dig? And I get it, and I'm understanding, and I'm fully aware. That doesn't mean that it doesn't feel shitty, you know. And if I had my way, every day that I got older, she would get a day younger. And I'm not saying she's going anytime soon, but we can call a spade a spade. We can see what it is. When them doctor visits start to become more frequent, we know what's up. Life update, life. I'm getting back into influencership. I'm ramping back up, but I'm also noticing that all this shit is different now. It's not the same. It ain't how it was 2 years ago. We was cracking upside the head. I'm talking about we was cracking. You feel me? Cracking. You feel me? Cracking upside the head. Things have changed. To people that don't know why the money is different, what's going on with it, it's because brands have caught up. When influencership first came out, brands needed us as a direct gateway to our community, to our eyes, to our demographic, etc. Brands done caught up, and they got social media teams, and they understand what social media is. So the money was bound to change, and that's the part. I can see the change, and I'm not gonna be reluctant enough to sit into my ego and say I'm just not gonna move. I see the train coming. I must move out the way. I see the tornado coming. I see the storm coming. It's a different reality. You know what I'm saying? I can't bullshit with you. Right before you about to make a jump in life, some old things will come back around to make sure you're actually ready for your next phase, to test you and see your due diligence to say, are you ready to level up? Are you ready to go to this next phase? Life gonna test you to see if you're ready to sacrifice, etc. old habits, good, bad, or indifferent. Because I got some shit going on. Please pay attention. The storm is on the horizon, you feel me? Nobody can naturally stop what's for you. It's all about your work, your dedication, your intentionality with that thing that makes it not work or not work. I don't blame other people for things that don't work for me. Let me get out social media. Let me get out the damn social media. I'm gonna call this section, what I wrote down, make it mean something. And don't be so afraid and so beat and so battered by your experiences that you cannot welcome new things when it comes into your life with new eyes. I don't want you to look at your new season through your old predicament. That'll get you the same results that you had. We must be fearless in the climb to our next phase. We must be fearless at this elevation to our next season. I know it's gonna be. I want you to be fearless in the face of curiosity, because you're not gonna know what your next phase is. You might struggle when you get there. That don't mean it's not for you. Everything is not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna always make sense, but everything is bound to change. It's guaranteed to change. So you might as well get ready for the change. If you prepare for something, you cannot be surprised. That doesn't mean it's not gonna challenge you, but I want you to be able to accept the fact that change is inevitable. It's going to happen. Can't hold you. It is what it is. Life has been scary for me in the sense of, what is that next thing I can do that puts me in a position to be a great father, that puts me in a position to be a great husband? Because I'm doing good for myself, but I know I don't want it to only just be me. I know what the goal is: to have a wife, to have kids. That is the goal. But I know I have more work to do and more phases to go into. Some of these old things must die within myself. I got a new phase to actually accelerate into before I can get these things.
It's coming. Damn, you but close. You're all right.
Driving by real close, buddy. Let's rap about this real quick. And this might be controversial. I don't give a damn. I think the dating world is so fucked up that money is so ingrained into it. I know you need money to do things, but when it becomes money to, or is the factor in which that you see someone eligible to receive love, or it enables me to be able to bond with you, then Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Money is not the determining factor whether you should be seen as human or not and deserving of love. The relationship is not the relationship. The relationship is all the things you put into it. It's the time, the sacrifice, the consideration, the empathy. All these things are the ingredients to the relationship. The relationship is just the title. Just, it's no more than Sprite is the soda. So let's not lose track. The luxuries that come with love must be earned, must be built. Because if you don't do that, it's a slippery slope. You're gonna be trying to create big memories with people that don't have big intentions. Oh, you're trying to create lasting things with people that only want to preview your energy, that just want to preview you. And it's cool. If you want to just go through watching previews your whole life, don't be mad when you never see the full movie. Don't get mad when you don't know the intricacies of somebody, because you're only there for the previews. You're only there for the good parts, the action, the boom, bam, all the You're only there for the good shit, the exciting shit. But no one is always the exciting shit. The person that's your person is not going to always be July the 4th. Can you still love me and receive me on the 3rd? Can you still love me and receive me on the 5th? If I feel the pressure that I must always be July 4th and it must always be fireworks, I'm going to burn out. If you can only receive me and feel like bonding and love me and be jovial and be harmonistic when I'm at my highest peak, when I'm booming, when I'm cracking, that puts an enormous pressure on me to be perfect. Again, the person that enjoys the previews and never can sit down for the whole movie will never get the whole story. I don't want you to complain about, oh, I'm not meeting nobody, I'm not bonding, because you're not interested in the build up to the moments. Everybody's glorious time have a build up. If you're not interested in the build up, you're not interested in the substance of the moment. That makes you selfish. That makes you selfish right there. Shoot you straight in the face. I hit you with that one. It's okay. I hit you with that one. If I didn't hit you, I hit somebody close to you. You know? That's real deal Holyfield. What battle are we fighting right now? Because I don't think we're trying to justify a fight for the ability to connect. We're trying to justify and fight for the ability to define what the connection should look like. And I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to get out that ring. I don't fight for that. If that's your fight, cool. If money is your thing, cool. If we try to disguise it and do the fake angle, no. Because there's a big difference between necessities and luxuries. Huh? Everyone you see, no matter where they are in life, they are a conclusion of decisions. You get to know them and you get to see them as a person, and you grant them the ability to be human and imperfect when you start to value the things that they've been through to get to the places that they are. Once you start to value that part, you grant them grace to be human. And I don't want to have to feel like I got to be perfect. I don't want to have to feel like I got to know all the answers. Now, for my person, I want to say, babe, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Can you help me with these fragments of thoughts I have? The picture's here. I just can't arrange it. Can I use your perspective and help me arrange these things? Can I come to you when life is hard, when it's incomplete, when I failed, when I've done all these things? Because man, then we're gonna wonder why we're not on the same page.
Motherfucker, we not even in the same book.
That boy Life Jennings said,
they just want relations. They don't want relationships.
I felt that. Hey, when that boy said, they just want relations, they don't want relationships. Welcome to the real world. That song really crazy. Because how many people just want the relations? And guess what? I'm not just talking about sex. I'm not just talking about the intercourse. The relations can be the exchange of emotion when you're at your highest. The money, the events, the this, the that, the boom, bam, the pizzazz, the razzle dazzle. That's all it is. The relations is not always a physical thing. It's also emotional relations too. Relations ain't just physical. They ain't just laying down. The relations can be an interaction, just seeing that person taking their time. Sometimes they just want the relations. They don't want the relationship. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking. Maybe I don't know nothing. They better drive these truck, man. You keep getting it close to my car. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. We're not meant to do this thing alone. Can we rest on that conclusion? And being single only works if you have the preparation to get back out there again. Some people are becoming masters at being single. Because once you submit and say, I don't want to do it again, whatever puts you in that bad position wins. You just allow one person to win and to change your whole perspective, to surrender. Don't ever let nobody make you surrender to the dream of love, to the possibility of love, like companionship. It's too valuable to give away to somebody, to let them be victorious in that sense. Do not let them win. So being single, I want you to be preparing to get back out there. Yeah, it's scary, it's this, it's that. But it's less scary when you have the tools to perform any job possible. Nails ain't scary if I got a hammer. Bam! Rain ain't scary if I got an umbrella. It's inconvenient. It's things to do. It's tedious. It's work to do. That doesn't mean you're devoid of the work that you have to get done. A test ain't scary if I got a pen. Bam! So life is less scary when you have what it takes to conquer it. I'm not talking about how long it takes to conquer it. I'm not talking about the process of working and getting it done. I'm talking about strictly the ability to get the job done you have. Time ain't scary when I have a watch. I'm so southern. Scary. Time is not scary. I'm from Texas, y'all. For sure, you can for shit show, you can hear it. The overarching theme is this: in life, things are scary that you're not prepared for. My next relationship doesn't scare me. I have all these tools, emotional management. I have all these things at my disposal. I'm just waiting to run into someone where I can use all these things. That's it. Because you do all this upgrade in your life. You do all this work. You do all these things. You go all these places to find yourself. And then you get with someone when you can't even use all the tools that you found. You can't even be fully you. That's the crazy part. That's a very disheartening thing. Let me show y'all what I'm in right now. Woo! There right here. Make you feel it. You wanted to know, we read books for real. You feel me? We read books. Yeah, this is what I'm in right now. I'm talking to somebody. Shut up. The journey is just now beginning. I can't tell y'all everything yet, but there's some beautiful things coming down the road. I'm telling you, some beautiful things. Please, please, please. If you ain't never tapped in, tap in now. My transformations fit be beautiful. I'm gonna start leaving these the same way I do my Mentor Mondays. Thank you. Because without you taking the time to see this is valuable, to tap in with me, this wouldn't mean nothing. And I don't get here without y'all. So the community that we're building, I want to let you know that I see it, I appreciate it. These things do not go unnoticed. So I'm gonna end all my videos going forward with thank you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to ever move too fast where it appears that I'm above people that support me. No, it's love. We all right here. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it make sense. So until next time, I'll catch y'all. Yo. Yeah. Talk to me, baby. Yeah.